Good morning and welcome to a high-level demonstration of IBM Storage Defender. My name is Todd Johnston and I am a technical advisor with IBM. Today I just want to walk you through a couple early on setup steps within Defender, give some examples of how to log into the SaaS console from IBM Cloud. Also, we'll be demonstrating how to initiate and set up protection groups within VMware. As an example, we will show a SQL server, very simple backup. And then I'll also walk you through recovery steps on how to accomplish a simple VMware restore. In a later video, we'll do a mass restore where we can connect and do 200 VMs in one click. Very powerful feature of IBM Storage Defender Data Protect. So first, to access the SaaS console to your storage infrastructure, you will actually go to storage-defender.ibm.com. You'll launch the data management console. From here, you'll enter in your credentials. As you can see, we're connecting to the SaaS data management plane, DMS. From here, just kind of a quick flyby, you get a summary dashboard upon entry. You can see the health of the cluster, and every one of these you can drill into for more detail. You can see your protection group. As you can see here, we're protecting 144 VMs. We've got 9 databases and then 4 other. From a storage capacity standpoint, it shows not only data reduction and what we're actually yielding from our dedupe and compression, but a little of the detail of your actual storage infrastructure, daily ingest, things of that nature. How much of the storage domain is actually used or utilized? In this case, we've got a lot of growth. It's about a 14 terabyte VMware infrastructure. Compliance of all of your SLAs. So from a service level agreement and your backup and recovery jobs, this is showing from a nightly view all of these that have run. And as you can see here, I had one group that missed an SLA. That's just due to some testing we're doing in the lab. And then lastly, you can see performance, little things like IOPS, disk throughput, read write, and again, double clicking on this, you can go in further. Okay, so for time and for benefit, you can also go up here and change your view. You can look at your data protection at a high level. Gives a nice representation of any warnings or any succeeded or running jobs that may be going on at the time. You get a time view, which I do like, so I can see what happened last night and or the day before at a glance. And again, another view of the protection and compliance. But also here you add on recoveries, so you can actually view someone did 22 VMware recoveries, and if I wanted to get more detail on that, one click in, I can actually go right to that job, see the actual job that ran. I see here it ran on the 27th of July, started at 4 p.m., and it was successful. And then going back to the top level dashboard, if I want to go look in at my cloud protection or my SQL or any continuous data protection, I can drill in on those as well. So for today's demonstration, I just want to show how simple it is to set up a backup. I've gone out this morning and created a new job. You can see it's running here. The way we actually initiate backups is to go to the Protect dropdown. And as you can see, all of the supported ecosystem from virtual machines to databases on down to Microsoft physical servers, whether it's file or block, Active Directory, if you have SAN storage or you have a Hadoop HBase or HDFS cluster, Kubernetes, and then even Amazon 3. And again, there's a lot more of this covered in documentation as well as a future presentation. But today we're going to go into virtual machine. I'm just going to register the machine. And so as you can see here, I have view objects. If I click on that, and I register a source, this is your vCenter. So you'll need proper credential. And as you can see here, I'm already registered with STSPOK. It'll immediately view. Now, this is a point to pause. If I know the machine I want to go to, I can clearly traverse the tree and just select it. But up here, we have a couple of powerful capabilities to make your life easier. Number one, we can search. So if I know I'm going to do a SQL backup, I can certainly search SQL. But over here, I've got 4 areas I just want to highlight. You get the physical view. So you can see here my physical data center and my vCenter. As I want to drill into folder hierarchy, I can look at it from that view. So I've got apps and different VMs, obviously, for how I've named my folder tree in vCenter. I can go into VM listings. So if I just want to see the VM listings, and again, in this case, let's just say I got a Linux system I'm looking for. very quick, very fast search. And then if I use tags, I can put tagging in here. So again, I can refresh that view, but once you actually go in and register with your vCenter, you can immediately select your system. Again, today we're going to do the SQL. And what I've done ahead of time is I actually went in and created a backup for SQL, but I'm going to walk you through the workflow just to kind of get a view of how that works. So you go in and you add your object, select your machine, continue. And then from here, you're going to actually name your protection group, and I'll just call this SQL test 2. And now I pick my policy. Now, in this case, I'm going to select an already existing policy. You could create a new one if you'd like, but I'm going to choose the gold policy. And then from here, I can select more options. Now for today, simple test, I'm just going to take the defaults, but I thought it might be nice just to take a quick flyby breeze of number one, the backup policy. You can see here every 4 hours, I'm going to retain it a week. And then I've got data lock, which is the ability to actually have a data lock version for an additional week. Here, 90 days, I've got extended retentions set up by default. If I wanted to edit those, I could just simply click the edit policy, but I'll go ahead and take the defaults for today. Our storage domain, I'm using my primary storage domain. And then also additional settings. It's probably a little busy, but it'd be nice just to see that I can have a never end date, or I can set a hard date. I can actually have my quality of service policy. There is, indexing enabled. I can do app consistent backup, yes or no. I can also set alerts, like on a failure, have it actually send me an email or trigger an alert. And then priority medium, I can set that to low or high. And an additional description tag if you'd like it. So for now, I'm just going to hit protect. And as you'll see, it's kicked off this SQL test 2. In another video, I will come back and show you actually how to perform the recovery. But as you can see, the job I kicked off this morning, it's running SQL Protect 1. A little bit further along, successfully ran through the kickoff. Now we're just waiting for the data to flow. And thank you. That was a quick demonstration on how to set up a SQL Protect within IBM Defender.